Legal dictation at the speed of 80 to 90 words per minute. Start. The appellant Mallappa was charged with having committed fratricide murder of his brother Irappa. Little beyond the midnight hours, 19th to 20th April 1999, his son Vires was the co-accused. The trial court acquitted both of them from the charges under Section 302 read with 34 of the IPC. The code in short, in appeal against judgment of acquittal by the state of Karnataka, the High Court of Karnataka set aside the decision of the trial court in relation to Mallappa and convinced him of the offence punishable under section 302 of the code. Sentence of imprisonment was awarded against him. The present appeal is by Mallappa against the judgment of conviction and order of sentence passed on 11th 2008. The prosecution case, which was accepted by the High Court, the appellant described as A1 and his son Veerappa as A2 in the trial, assaulted the deceased Irappa with a club while the latter was sleeping the Angala front yard of his house in Sidrampur village, Taluk Sindhar, within the state of Karnataka. There was previous dispute between the appellant and the deceased victim over certain immovable properties and sharing of canal water. They were projected as the motive of the crime by the prosecution. It appears from the evidence of the prosecution witnesses that the deceased victim was sleeping in the front yard of his house at a little distance from his wife, Vasama PW5, with two of his daughters when the assault took place. On hearing the screams of his wife and daughter, Sivarappa PW3, another brother of the deceased, woke up and saw the two accused persons running away. As per evidence of PW3, he was sleeping at that point of time outside his house in the Angla, about 10 kilometers away from the location where the deceased was sleeping. We shall describe this location as the place of occurrence. On reaching the PO where the deceased was sleeping, he found the latter bleeding from his nose and ear. Then he rushed to the house of PW1, his sister's husband, whose name is also Irappa. From the PW1's house, he went and fetched the local doctor Malikarjun PW4 to the PO. On examining the deceased, he declared him dead. Thereafter, PW1, PW3, and one Vasappa, deceased, arranged for a jeep and went to the Sindhunur police station for reporting the incident. From the deposition of Sanna Hassan Saab, PW8, who recorded the complaint as PSI at that police station, on the basis of which the FIR was registered, it transpires that they had reached the police station at about 4 a.m. on 20th April 1999. The club from the house of the accused PW8, who conducted the inquest in his deposition, stated that he had seized a small piece of wooden club from the spot of occurrence along with certain other materials. Barkha pillow spelled pillow in the deposition as recorded, jam khana, blood stained mud and simple mud. This was reflected in the Mahazar. The club has been made material object 6, whereas the small wooden piece was marked MO10. Basama PW5 in her cross examination in chief had stated that after midnight of 19th 20th April 99 she had heard a sound which she described as dhoop. This appears to be phonetic description of what may be called a thudding sound. She also stated in her examination in chief that Honappa and Nagaraja, their sons, were sleeping with her husband. On hearing sound, she shouted, and on opening her eyes, she saw the appellant Malappa with a club assaulting on the head of her husband, with Birappa A2 was standing behind him. In her cross examination, she stated that Honappa was not sleeping with them on that day, as he was in Sindhur. Her daughter Irama and Gangama were sleeping with them. As regards witnessing the accused person, her varied version in her cross examination was that by the time she had woken up and saw her husband injuries had been caused, she saw the accused running near the house of Devendrappa. Prosecutors sought to establish the club as the weapon of assault by matching the wooden piece seized at the house of the appellant with a broken piece the police claimed to have had seized from the spot of crime. PW2 Srinivas, who was adduced as witness to the seizure of item around the time of inquest in his examination in chief, stated from the spot the police collected blood-stained mud, barkha, pillow and one jam khana and seized the same. One Viru Panna signed the spot Mahazar along with Exhibit P2 is the spot Mahazar, it being my signature. MO1 is Barkha, MO2 is Pillow, and MO3 is Jamkhana, MO4 is Blood Stained Mud, MO5 is Sample Mud, which were also collected at the spot. Next, from the house of even the police was while going near the oven, the kitchen seized a club consisting of blood-stained. Exhibit P3 seized Caesar Mahazar. It bears my signature. MO6 is the club that were seized from the house of AI. At that time in the house, A2 son of A23 was present. The other women folk were also present. Exhibit P3 is Caesar Mazar. It bears my signature. Stop.